welcome to Three Gorillas Podcast. We finally doing the Friday show. It's a big deal. You should be excited. Right, Sammy?
That's right.
Right, Lucy?
I'm not excited.
He's not excited. Sammy, you're excited.
I'm excited. That's how we are. We're like a balanced scale. One of us is always in the middle, and then the other two are the extremes.
Sammy, for some reason, every time you're on a podcast and you just start talking, I feel like you're the fakest person on earth.
I know, me too.
Right?
I'm just like, you got this fake podcast voice, and I'm like, who are you trying to fool?
You're trying to do the podcast voice, aren't you? Right? That's what you're doing.
No, it's subconscious. It's because I'm a DM. Anytime I DM, I go into that particular voice.
Oh, God. I don't know why. It's just, it's like nails to a chalkboard for me.
Oh, I thank you so much for dissing me on my own channel.
Sammy, I hate your voice.
Sammy, I know in the bottom of our heart you're a genuine person, but God, you don't sound like it.
That's an actual problem for some people who never, like, even when they're sincere, they sound like they're being sarcastic.
Ted Cruz.
Oh,
you know who Ted Cruz is?
Yeah.
He's the slimiest person on the planet.
He's also the Zodiac killer.
Really? Where did that come from?
Well, his dad was.
Really? Let's talk about this.
That's like a Donald Trump rumor thing.
No, the rumor was that...
it's one of those, are the Donald things that's like, for some reason, if you, add up the timelines, apparently Ted Cruz's dad was in, San Francisco at the time. It's crazy. Apparently it's that kind of thing, but, there's almost no evidence.
How public was his travel schedule that you know where he was at, specific
Danny,
days?
I don't know. Go on Reddit and you'll figure it out.
Reddit is the biggest load of shit ever. I don't know why, but lately, every person on news who just throws out numbers, I just think those are fake numbers.
Really?
Everybody.
What are you talking about?
You're just throwing these numbers out in the air.
Well,
everybody.
to be fair, Lucy, that happens a lot more often than people think. That people are just using some fake numbers, but they're misinterpreting information.
I believe
Trump's fault.
Trump
just throws out random numbers.
I used to watch Alex Jones before he completely became a shill for Donald Trump. Mostly as a joke because I never believed anything he said ever, but I just thought it was fun.
Wait. You don't believe about the gay frogs?
Well, that's true, but most of the other shit he said was
You don't believe these gay-ass frogs are sucking each other's dicks in the lake?
Wait, let Lucy finish because I want to bring up something about Alex Jones.
No. This is an epidemic of dick-sucking
Sammy,
frogs.
there is an epidemic of frogs sucking guys' dicks.
Oh, yeah.
Just all over the place. Have you ever been to... Oh, shit, what's the boulevard with all the hookers? What's it called? Damn it.
The Red Light District?
The joke. I don't know. It's a ruined joke. Forget about it.
What I'm saying, I used to watch Alex Jones on and off just, because it was interesting to me. But, he always used to throw out shit. It's read section 4-56 of this FBI document, and it says exactly what I'm saying. Go look it up. And I'm like, well, I believe it says something. It might have had some of the words you just used, but it's probably not saying what you just said.
It's not even a real paper. It's look at that section of paper 42. There's no paper 42.
But that's numbers. I believe those are real papers.
I don't believe he believes anything. I
believe Alex Jones believes most of the shit he says.
Oh yeah.
You know what I believe? You know what I believe? I believe Alex Jones wakes up in night sweats and just throws out random number. I believe that he thinks he read the papers, but it was in his dreams. I read all the papers. They popped up from a donkey. A donkey threw up these papers. I started reading them, and the FBI has a moon base.
Oh God, Danny. But actually,
no. You want to start the show because it
hasn't
started yet.
I want to bring up this thing about Alex Jones. You know how he's huge anti-trans person.
Yeah.
Is he anti-trans?
Yeah. There was a whole thing about it.
Yeah, literally on live television, he shows everyone his cell phone because it wasn't coming up on the screen.
And it
that's because he was having he's not anti-trans. He loves trans porn.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but he says a lot of anti-trans thing on his whatever bullshit he has.
That's because he loves it.
Yeah, he loves women with dicks, which is fine. I mean, it's a free country, but don't. Yeah. You're a hypocrite. You're a piece of shit hypocrite.
I saw a clip of someone brought it up on air, and for everyone, they didn't let me finish it. It was literally he brought up his phone to show everyone on screen something, and it had a bunch of tabs, and one of the tabs was trans porn.
Yeah, it was something specific like Misty Minx,
yeah,
beautiful tea or something like that.
That's what it is.
Stands for transvestite or something. I don't know.
Yeah. No, not transvestite. Transgender.
What did I say?
Transvestite.
Oh, you can't say that anymore.
Well, no, transvestite's just a dude who dresses like a woman.
That's the
I don't know.
Wait, what's transvestite?
I don't know, man.
By the way, when did person of color become the new norm?
That's not. It's African American.
No, POC is a new thing.
People say like, "Oh, we're people of color."
That's
like,
for everybody.
Want to be referred to as a person of color?
That's for everybody who's not white. That's literally for everyone who's not white.
I don't like that because I'm a minority, but I'm not a person of color. I'm mostly white.
We're Hispanic though.
Hispanic is an ethnicity. That's one of the things I hate most about people who generalize against Hispanics. We're not a race. We're a cultural identity. Don't be a dick.
That's what they hate about us.
Yeah, like this guy, one of the people I hate the most, who Sam Harris had on his podcast and just sucked his dick for 2 hours. The guy who wrote the bell curve, you know about this guy?
Oh, that racist shit that said black people are stupider than everybody else.
Yeah, but he said it's like, it goes Asians, white people, Hispanics, then blacks, right? Something like that. Hispanics are not a race. Why are you putting them as a race? That's what... These people are not scientific. All right? Most Hispanic people are either just white or black. Just same thing as America. Hispanics are white. Hispanics are black. Hispanics are indigenous. Hispanics are mixed. The only thing that ties us together is our culture, our cultural identity, not our DNA. We all have different DNA. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody care?
Yeah, no, we're still here, yeah. I thought you were just going to keep ranting.
No, that's the
people.
point.
I think Hispanic people are more mixed than white people, though. Like in America.
Now, it depends on what country you're from. It just depends on your personal history. You know, Argentinians are extremely European. You know, what's it called? Guatemalans are extremely indigenous.
Maybe just Caribbean, then, is what I'm talking about.
Caribbeans are very mixed, black and white.
Yeah.
You know, but you know what's funny? You know how I know this piece of shit is wrong?
How's that?
Cubans, I think it's 60% of Cubans are either black or have black blood, black DNA in them. You know, they're part African, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 60%, the majority are black or have some black in them. And they are the most successful Hispanic group in the country. So how are they?
And the blackest. Is that true, or are you just like, you know,
that's a fact. It's funny, Cuba has really bad statistics. The official government statistics is that Cuba is like 75% white, but that's because anybody who's like a little bit not black they consider white. My wife,
their category for white is like, oh, you're not super dark, so you're white.
They called my wife white.
She is not white by any means ever.
My wife is mixed race, very obvious. Her dad is white and her mom is black.
Yep.
Or
Danny, I want to make a point real quick.
That's better than what's the Dominican guy who killed all the black people?
Oh, Trujillo. That was a crazy.
Better than what he did.
Jesus, I don't even. Let's not even talk about that. Can I start the show?
I want to make a quick point about what you said about Cuban people being the most successful Hispanic group.
It's either the most or one of the most. Like, it's top.
I just think it's very coincidental that the group with the easiest access to legalization in our country is the most successful.
No, yeah, that's it's not.
I just want to point that out to all our listeners.
Has much to do with it. I think it's mostly because Cubans have free education in Cuba, so when they come here, they don't come here to to go to school to become to do all that.
They
to
have
be
engineering degrees and shit already. I don't think they're already smart.
I would be shocked if there's a single Cuban picking tomatoes. Because when they come here, they already went to college in Cuba because they have free college. So they're engineers, they're architects, they're doctors, they're just straight up criminals.
Are underground dentists a thing anywhere else than the Cuban society in Miami? Like, was that only like a thing that we had to do? Do other cultures have that?
Let me tell you something. For the white people who listen to this, or for the people who aren't from Miami, or just I think it's a whole Florida thing. Cubans, since they're so well educated, they're dentists and doctors in Cuba. When they come here, they don't want to redo the schooling because think about it. So they just run illegal dentist
because they're
shops.
Cuban.
Yeah.
They buy all the equipment and they have a dentist office in
I can imagine
their house.
They don't want to redo school because they're Cuban. Because like an Indian all day will just go back to college. A Cuban is just like, wait, I got a degree. What are you talking about?
I love
the most
I
talented people ever back to school. I got this. I did it already.
I love that stereotype where it's like you see the janitor and he's like, he's super smart and it's like, what happened? It's like, oh no, I was an engineer in Austria, but when I came here, like, I had to become a janitor. You would never see that.
Open up your own engineering shit in your house. What's wrong with you?
A freaking Cuban engineer was like, I came from Cuba. They told me I had to go back to school to be an engineer. I just became an illegal engineer.
Yeah, exactly.
I was an under the table engineer.
Yeah, the bridge that collapsed in Miami. That was me.
I got that money.
He got that money though. Look.
Okay, let's not blame that. Let's not blame that on Cuban people.
He got that money.
No, by the way, God, this is so specific to Florida. That bridge that collapsed in Miami, that was the biggest bullshit ever. No, it's a bridge you build in 6 hours.
Oh my God.
That was a Cuban. Danny, that was a Cuban. Danny, look, who else can sell that idea? No, trust me, you can build this shit 6 hours.
You know what's the
6
best
hours.
part?
Just listen, Cuban. Listen. No, don't worry. Listen, I build the bridge in my house and I bring it. I don't build it on the street. Nothing happens. You don't stop nothing. You don't stop road. I build the bridge in my house. I come over. I put it in. I leave.
I'll come over at 3 a.m. with my sons and my cousins. We'll build it in 6 hours.
You know what? Listen, those are white people, by the way. Okay, I'm making fun of Cubans. That bridge was made by white people.
Well, the worst part about that, it collapsed during a stress test, and there were civilians on there. Yeah, who the hell does a stress test when people are using the bridge?
The stress test is just like, okay, open up the bridge, see how long it takes for it to collapse.
Yeah, right. Let people.
Right. Yeah. No, it's not right because 6 people did die on that bridge.
Yeah, that was freaking. Oh God, such a.
Why would you walk on a bridge during a stress test? They said, hey, look, it's open, but don't walk on it.
Lucy, there was people driving under the bridge.
Don't drive under it.
They were supposed to close that road for the test. I mean, they
had ample warning.
They completely messed that up. Going back to the whole, immigrant thing.
By the way,
you know who's one of the most successful immigrant groups in the country?
Who was that?
Who?
Nigerians.
Scamming everybody.
Huh?
Yes. So this whole bullshit about black people are less. Yeah, exactly. I mean, so this whole bullshit about black people have lower IQs, you're full of shit because when Africans come to this country, they are killing it. So you're full of shit. I hate these people, man. Sam Harris, Bill Maher. What's the other guy? The Canadian piece of shit. What's his name?
Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, I don't know what he does. I never heard any of this shit, but I don't like him. Dave Rubin.
He's interesting.
He's a freaking idiot. What do you say? What does
Jordan Peterson?
What does he say? He made one argument that doesn't make any sense at all about women. No, there's it's a problem that the more successful men are having sex with all the women because then there's not enough for the less successful men. Something like that.
What?
Lucy, do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's just saying it's bullshit that the stronger men get to have all the women.
That's not what he said.
Can you tell me what he said?
He's not saying that it's bullshit. Because
what's he saying?
I've listened to his shit too, and he has interesting points.
No, he doesn't. But go ahead.
I'm not. Danny, you can't just discount everybody who you think is an alt-right person or something.
Wait. Lucy, am I a politician now? I can say whatever the hell I want.
You can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying it's not a good way to live.
Oh, no, I live fine, San Lucy.
Okay.
Lucy, can you just tell me his argument?
Shit.
I'm not going to be able to say it accurately, but it's something like the successful men get women. Oh yeah, it's like he was explaining why incels happen basically. It's
but he's saying because
the successful. No, but listen.
He was saying it's a bad thing. It shouldn't happen.
Can you listen to me?
Go.
He was basically saying that kind of shit where it's just the successful men get all the women and then the people, it's unequal because the people at the bottom, the incel type men, don't get anything, and then they get angry about it. And he's saying like, it's a bad thing that happens in the fact that we get incels out of it, and that's not good.
No, but here's the thing I don't get about that. One, so for the most part, almost, it's not exact, but it's pretty much 50-50 men and women, right? And he's saying that it's not, the way you get incels is because successful people get all the women, even though it's 50-50, and successful people aren't just having like 27 wives.
It's not necessarily successful people.
Yeah, but whatever, stronger people, whatever. And also, women don't just have sex with one person and they're done. They can have sex with this person and then later on. So it's very fluid. It's not just like, oh, so you get all the women and I get no women ever. That's not how life works. You can have her, and when you guys break up, I can have her if, she likes me.
I don't think that's what he was saying happened.
I don't know. I think he's not intellectually smart enough to know what I'm saying.
What?
Because his argument is like, no, it's not fair that successful people have all the women.
He didn't say it's not fair. Danny,
That's what he said.
He doesn't say it's not fair.
That's literally what he said. He said it's a problem.
Danny, no,
he said it's a problem.
I've watched more shit about him than you have. He didn't say it's not fair.
Why are you watching that bullshit anyways?
Because it's interesting to me.
Okay, can I start the show though?
It started 15 minutes ago. What are you talking about?
I haven't even finished my introduction.
Yeah, Danny, why don't you explain what we're doing here?
All right, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so like I said, people, Jesus, it's been 15 minutes. Like I said, people, this is the Friday show. We're going to do this from now on. We're going to talk about whatever we want. It used to be that I would have a list of topics and we go through the topics. It was news of the week kind of a thing. And then I left that idea way behind. Ask me why, Sammy.
Why, Danny?
I'll tell you why. Jordan Peterson is a bitch. No laughs.
Okay.
This is the reason why.
Yeah, I literally want to talk to you about this after you're done with this. So keep that in mind.
The reason why is because when I was writing down options for the news, everything was just Trump related. There's no more news that doesn't have to do with Trump anymore. At least by like 2 degrees separation. It's ridiculous. And I think the reason why I wanted to do this kind of a podcast in the Obama era, because things were good. You can have news topics that weren't related to Trump. And now everything's happening is related to Trump, and I'm just getting angry all the time, and it's just pointless. So I'm going to try to stay away from the news, because as our analytics woman said, we don't want to alienate people. And I believe, I believe I said like twice on this podcast that Trump supporters should kill themselves. So maybe I'm not like, I don't have the mindset to actually be disciplined enough to not tell Trump supporters to kill themselves. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to talk more about personal stuff, movies, how stupid Jordan Peterson is.
Mm-hmm. Can I talk to you about that?
All right, so welcome to the Friday show. We're going to talk about Jordan Peterson for a while. I did not plan this. I didn't want to talk about Jordan Peterson.
Danny, listen to me.
Go.
Because I think a problem that you have is that you're not open to...
You know what, Lucy? First of all, explain who Jordan Peterson is.
Jordan Peterson is this Canadian professor who got in trouble because Canada was trying to set a law where if there was a transgender person who told you that they wanted to be called whatever other pronoun, like if they, because they have the Z's and Zers and theys and them and all that shit, like if you don't want to be called any gender, he was opposed to that because it was against freedom of speech. And go ahead. So, and it's probably more complex than that in any way that you want to think about it. But, that's just what I know of it. So, he got in trouble since it's Canada and everybody there's liberal for the most part. And they're like, you should respect transgender people. But it's and I get it. Look, I get it. I respect transgender people, but freedom of speech is also a thing. And you have the right to be an asshole if you want to be, don't you?
No, absolutely. But,
so wait, I want to clarify. I want to clarify. So the law they were trying to pass was to prohibit people from...
I don't believe that law. They exaggerated that law. I have to see the law, But I don't think there's that many Canadians who are in jail because they refuse to call a trans.
I don't think it probably, Danny. It probably wouldn't be jail. It'd probably be like a fine or something. But that's
I don't think. I want to see who the Canadian fines. I don't know of any fine that anybody.
Danny, I don't think the law was passed. Danny, I don't think the law was passed. It was something that was floated.
I don't know. People are just mad at him because he's a dick. That's it.
No, okay. Listen to me, because look, I think I like to listen to people who I have a differing opinion from. I don't like to listen to people who think the same as me because you don't learn anything that way. It's just a circle jerk.
That is very true.
So, a lot like
circle
I'll listen
jerks
to
can
Sam.
Be fun, by the way.
I'll listen to like Sam Harris or somebody just because I'm like, why is he thinking that way? Like, what is he thinking? Like, maybe there's something in there that I can grab. I'll not agree with 99% of the shit he says, but maybe there's 1% that I'm like, that's an interesting idea. But, know, shit like that.
The problem is they're not based in facts. And the facts that they do have, they manipulate to do what they want. This is
the difference, I think. Sam Harris is more of a political person, and he'll talk about, like, politically that Islam is terrible and all this shit and should be abolished and shit like that. I hate Sam Harris. Jordan Peterson is not a political person. The only political thing that he did was that one thing. But otherwise, he's talking about, like, things like from a pseudo-philosophical perspective and kind of sociological perspective. And it's interesting to listen to.
I think all these philosophers or pseudo-philosophers or all these idiots who call themselves philosophers are just really detrimental to society.
Why is it detrimental?
Why do you think philosophy is detrimental to society?
Not philosophy, these people who call themselves philosophers. They're detrimental.
I think that guy's an actual philosopher, though.
Who?
Jordan Peterson's like a psychologist.
Yeah. He's a psychologist.
Sam Harris got a bachelor's that his daddy bought for him. A bachelor's degree, something
Danny,
like that.
I hate Sam Harris completely. I don't agree with anything he says.
Yeah.
But, I'm not defending him.
Degrees. But, so these people, like, they call themselves philosophers and they write philosophy.
I don't think they call themselves philosophers.
Sam Harris does.
Okay, then he's wrong.
He talks about thought.
Well, he could be.
It's just a thought experiment.
You could just disagree with him.
Let's just think about how good it would be to kill all the Muslims. Let's just imagine a world without Muslims. How great that would be. That's his argument. And then all his little stupid ass minions say, no, that's not exactly what he said. He said is instead of the. You're a piece of shit. All right. They're talking about killing Muslims. They're talking about how Muslims is an inferior religion. I mean, and then they say, no, it's not hate. What are you talking about hate? You hate me because you disagree with me. You piece of shit. I hate Sam Harris. Can we not talk about this?
All right,
I wasn't talking about Sam Harris.
You know what?
I'm saying, like,
listen,
Danny,
I agree with you.
Danny.
What?
Danny, I'm saying that Sam Harris is he has more ideas that are purely hateful.
Yes.
That are just like, I hate Muslims and shit, but masked in what's it called, intellectualism and shit. Because, like, oh, he went to college, so he knows more than you. But, like,
he bought his degree. His daddy bought his degree, by the way.
Whatever. I earned my terrible degree that I got nothing from.
I earned my expulsion from college.
But I'm saying, Jordan Peterson has more nuanced ideas. And, like, listen, Danny, listen, he went on Russell Brand's podcast. Listen to that. That is Christian philosophy. Listen to him. Jordan Peterson's a Christian.
Then he should be a pastor, and he should shut up. Well, he shouldn't shut up. He should talk about Christ.
Danny, listen to what he actually says. Don't take shit from, like, look, do this for me. If you hear something from a third party about a person,
I don't hear from a third party. I hear it from him.
Take it, Danny. You're not watching his hour-long podcasts and shit.
I listened to the Joe Rogan clips.
You did?
Yeah, that's where I got the whole thing where he's talking about how it's unfair that he said unfair. I'm like 90% sure that he said.
I'm 90% sure that he didn't. There's no way he did.
I got it.
Because the kind of argument.
I'm not even angry. Go, Lucy, go.
Because, like, he has a really interesting idea about, like, inequality in society.
Yeah, it's the argument that we should get a basic income.
I don't think he's for a basic income. He might be. But, like, he says it's like, the left is always fighting for equality, and you should because it's a great thing to fight for. But it's not as easy because it's just something that's natural, and there's has to be it's natural in societies
to be like equal.
No, unequal. Like naturally in any society, the power and wealth will naturally go to a smaller amount of people. So you have to find.
That's actually not true. Anthropologically speaking, originally that is not how we started out. That's something we developed after agriculture.
We're a lot more communal.
Sammy, how long have we been doing agriculture?
Not as long as we were doing foresting.
That's
Sammy,
foraging.
When I'm saying natural, when I'm saying societies, I mean after agriculture. You can't just say we have to be hunter-gatherers in order to be equal.
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, I'm just saying that's not necessarily what we're naturally inclined to. That's just what we've adopted now.
The problem with that is that's a straw man argument, because he's making the argument that people on the left want everybody to be equal, as in they want everybody to have the same dollar amount. We're not talking about equal outcome.
Danny,
that's freaking Marxism.
Danny,
what I'm talking about, I just wanted people to get paid a fair amount so they don't starve to death. I'm not arguing political points. No, I'm arguing that he's making a straw man argument. An argument. He's fighting against something that nobody's arguing for.
He's not fighting anything.
No, listen,
this is the thing.
He's saying sometimes people are naturally going to be rich. Yeah, that's fine. People can be rich. If you worked hard your entire life and you make money, God bless you. That's a great thing. Pay your taxes. Don't be a dick and pay your stupid ass taxes, you bitch.
Can people
and don't break the law. The problem is we live in a country where the rich don't have to follow the laws. They can just ignore their taxes, put their money in separate accounts. They can do all the cocaine and all the prostitutes they want. And then if somebody on the street gets caught with a little bit of weed, he goes to jail for the rest of his life. That's not equal. That's all I'm saying. Listen, if you're talking about economics, some people are just gonna do better than others economically. Fine, that's a fine.
Danny,
can I finish?
Danny, no, because you went off on this thing. Nobody has ever said America was equal. He's not arguing American society right now is equal.
That's his strong argument. You said he was. What was his argument? Tell me what his argument was.
Danny.
That people will naturally be on top, and other people will naturally be on the bottom.
And he's not saying that's a good thing. He's saying that's something we need to fight against.
Yeah, but the problem is, the people who are on that side aren't fighting for a extreme equality on that sense. That's not the argument.
Danny, I'm not talking about his sides. I'm talking about him as a person, what he's literally said. I'm not talking about people who are quote-unquote on his side.
But he's saying he's putting people on the other side as if that's what they're saying.
Danny. Okay, you're taking everything much too literally.
This was supposed to be fun. Can we change the topic?
No, because this is something I want to talk about. Because, I think lots of people take shit too literally and don't allow people to think. You can have thoughts that might be, bad if you say them out loud or something and actually mean them, but it's just I'm just thinking right now. When people have thoughts, sometimes it's bad things.
Yeah,
but it's not
But you know what you do when you have those bad thoughts and you say them out loud? You know what happens?
What?
People disagree with you. People criticize you. People say that your ideas are stupid. That's what happens in the real world.
There's a difference between having a thought and taking a stance. If somebody's saying that idea you just had was stupid, it's it's not I took I'm not standing behind it, it's just a thought that I had. Yeah, you're probably right, it might be stupid, but it's if you but if he's oh, this is my stance, I 100% agree with what I'm saying, this is what
that's so stupid.
I'm literally saying.
That's so stupid.
Why?
Listen, because it depends on what you're saying. If I'm with a friend, right, and if I come to you and we're just chilling out and I say to you, you know what? Maybe it's not a bad thing to rape women. What the hell are you going to say? You're well, that's an interesting thought. No, you're going to say, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm going to call the freaking cops. You're a freaking rapist, you piece of shit.
I would literally say to you, why do you think that?
You shouldn't say that. You should
call the cops.
That's
exactly... Danny, I think Lisa's got a point on this one because
you're full of shit. If somebody started to make a pro-rape argument, I'm going to scream at them. I would be worried Sammy, if you started
Well,
making that
no,
argument, I'm gonna say,
Danny,
no,
Danny, wait,
don't get
Danny?
near my house. I don't want you
Danny.
near my wife. I want
Danny.
you out forever. Don't touch
Danny.
me. Don't look at me.
Danny,
What?
you didn't say someone. You said you or Lucy. People very close to you. That's that's different. We have
If
to.
anybody made that argument.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, the first objective is why? Because you're very wrong about your opinion.
Shit, that's not how the world works. No, listen. Here's the thing. I understand freedom of speech is a great thing, and we should hear other people's arguments. That's fine. That's a free country. But these people who say no, we need to hear everybody out. We need free speech. You're violating my free speech because I'm arguing that black people are the inferior race, and you yelling at me is a violation of my free speech. No, it's not. It's that you're an idiot, and people disagree with you, and they yell at you because they're mad at your argument.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that.
This idea that, when somebody makes an argument, you should hear them out always and say, I disagree with you, like a peaceful person. That's not life. That's not how the life works. When you make a stupid argument, people are going to be mad. People are going to react with anger, with emotions. All right? So that's the problem. That's why I hate Sam Harris and Bill Maher and Alex Jones. When somebody makes a stupid argument, they just sit down and say, why do you think that? That's an interesting thing. No, it's not. It's detrimental to society when you say those things.
And I don't think Alex Jones has ever said that to anyone.
Yeah, it's not that they can't say that. They can say that, but they shouldn't be surprised when people criticize them or contradict them or just attack them for their views, because that's what happens in a free country.
Danny, can I say something?
Go.
Okay, so I think the problem is that the like alt-right and people like that have started using like hearing people out as a weapon. Yes. Because they're saying you're not letting me say my racist ideas.
That's the problem. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, just because it's been used as a weapon doesn't mean that it's not something that should be followed. Just because, like, and I agree with you, that's the problem, is that they're using that, like, just hear me out. I think America should be a white ethno state. It's like, whoa. I would still say to that person, why do you think that? But maybe I'm a bad person. Say,
I don't want to be near you because I'm not in your club. I'm not white. But this is the thing. Well, Danny, I'm Hispanic, so you hate me.
Why does everything have to be... You're my enemy. But why does it have to be like you're my enemy or things like we're
because
all people?
he's arguing for a white ethno state,
and
I'm not in that club.
Danny,
I'm going to be the one in the fields.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen to me.
Go.
I don't agree with anything he's saying, right?
Yes.
But I want to know why he's saying it.
I don't want to know. Listen, the thing is, those people who make these arguments make arguments against black people, make arguments against immigrants, they make arguments against Muslim, harsh arguments where they say that we're not equal to the white Anglo state. They need to be challenged. They don't need to be heard. All right? They have every right in this country to say whatever they believe. They don't have a right for me to passively listen to them. If they're going to say their bullshit, I'm going to say something back. I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to protest them. All right? And that's not a violation of the free speech, Sam Harris. That's not a violation of free speech,
Danny, listen to me.
You having bad ideas.
Lucy,
wait. I understand what you're saying, but Danny, to make a proper challenge, you need to hear and understand the other point of view.
Yeah.
We've
so that
heard,
otherwise you
listen our entire lives.
Danny, listen to me. You're not talking to Sam Harris right now. You're talking to me. I know you don't agree with him. I'm saying, I think maybe I'm just a pacifist, because I would just rather listen to people. I would rather listen to people that don't agree with me and talk to them about why they have those ideas than just scream at them about how they're wrong.
No, Lucy, you can't do that. You can't.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Because they don't want. They're not going to change their mind.
Who's they? I'm not trying to change their mind.
Yeah.
I want to know why they think that way.
But I don't want to know why they think that way, because they're wrong and they're stupid.
Well, that literally makes you the exact same as them, Danny.
No,
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't.
the
You know
problem,
why?
is that it's the
You know why it
exact
doesn't
same
make
type
me
of
the
people on
exact
both
same as them?
sides.
You know why it doesn't make me the exact same as them? Because I'm not arguing that they should be slaves. I'm not arguing that they're inferior to me. All right? I'm saying that you shouldn't have those ideas. You should treat every race equally because they are equal. They're saying maybe we should take out all the immigrants. Maybe we should send black people back to Africa. Maybe Jews are running the world. Who thinks Jews are... There's 27 Jews and they all run the world?
Danny, to be fair, they are running
Oh
the
my
world.
God. That's
But
funny.
Danny, listen to me. This is the
media, at
thing.
least.
I'm not... Danny, listen
No,
to the thing.
you don't run the media.
Listen to me. I'm not really arguing for you to listen to those people because they're lunatics. Like the complete far right people who are literally racist Nazis. Like, don't listen to them, but nobody's listening to them. I'm saying...
No. People are listening to them.
Danny, shut up for 1 second. I'm saying, listen to people like... When people like Jordan Peterson say things that might be inflammatory, actually listen to what they're saying and try to think, like, why is he saying that?
Okay.
Why would you say something that inflammatory?
Okay.
Like, what are you
think-
thinking? What is the reasoning behind this?
Here-
Like, why are you saying that?
I'm going to be honest. Maybe Jordan Peterson isn't the best example because I have heard some of his stuff and his ideas aren't as psychotic and he's actually more open-minded than other people.
That's what I'm saying.
So
when you say shit like
Lucy,
when you say
the
people
problem is-
when you say people like Sam Harris and Ben Shapiro or whatever, like I agree with you with that. Like I don't agree with anything they say. But like Jordan Peterson is a bad example because he has interesting things to say.
Okay, let's just remove Jordan Peterson though. All right, we have people like Ben Shapiro. I think it's the intellectual dark web. That stupid club. All right,
But the problem is
Those
that there's people like Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson in there who I think are interesting.
Joe Rogan isn't in there. Okay, he
is. He's part of that.
No, okay. Here's the thing: the intellectual dark web. The argument is that their ideas are so oppressed that they have to be in the dark web. Sam Harris' ideas are being so attacked. Sam Harris, who has his own podcast, who goes on other people's podcasts, has his own website, makes 1 million books, bestseller books, goes on news all the time, is being oppressed. He's not being provided a platform enough, so he has to hide. That's his argument.
I don't think that's the argument.
No, it's the intellectual.
I think the
dark web.
argument.
That's
I think
what
the
they're saying.
argument.
It's like these are not popular ideas.
Danny,
People aren't letting
Danny.
us spew our ideas. When I have my own podcast, I have my own blog.
Nobody's
I have my own
arguing
website.
that.
That's
Danny,
what
nobody.
then
That's
why is
not
it
the
called
argument.
what is it? What's the intellectual dark web?
It's just not mainstream ideas. These are ideas that couldn't be on mainstream. Like you couldn't be on The View with these ideas. And if you are on The View, it's because people are saying you're wrong. That's the thing. And it's not like
But
at
Lucy,
least
the
I'm
dark
not saying
web-
they're oppressed because they can go on the internet. But I'm saying like
They're
those
saying that
ideas
they're
could-
oppressed. They're saying that they're not being given platforms, that their free speech is being violated.
Nobody's complaining
that they're
about
scared.
that. Danny, those people aren't complaining about that. The
Yes,
people
they
who
are.
are
Sam
complaining
Harris
about
is.
that.
Ben Shapiro.
Sam
is.
Harris can go suck a dick. I don't care about those people.
But those are the people
Look,
I'm talking about.
I don't care about people I hate. Like, why would I talk about them?
Because those
I
are
don't
the
give
people-
a shit about those
Those are the people I'm talking about right now. Who are you talking
Well, okay,
about?
we're talking about different people, and like I was mostly.
Listen, if there's reasonable people if there's reasonable Republicans who just want to have normal debates, is like, hey, maybe I want low taxes. Well, I want higher taxes. That's a fine argument, you know. But Sam Harris is talking about how Muslims are the inferior religion. They're the what's it called? The end all bad idea of religions. And Ben Shapiro is just talking. He's a 12-year-old boy talking about how it's not fair that men are not being manly enough. He's talking
That's just fun, but like
Ben Shapiro looks like a 12-year-old boy, and he's saying no, feminism are womanizing men. Dude, you look like a 12-year-old with your little
he's been
Jewish hat.
Danny. That's the thing. He's been feminized. That's the
He
problem.
has like a 12. He's like 5 foot tall. He doesn't look like he can bench 50 pounds, and he's talking about.
To be
no,
fair,
men aren't
I don't
manly
think
enough today.
I don't think I can bench 50 pounds. I think I've been feminized. But like, listen to me,
Alright.
Danny. Listen, no, look, listen to me. The thing is, I think the real problem is when I hear somebody I hate, I don't think about them ever. I don't listen to their stuff. I just completely ignore them because, like, why would I listen to them? I hate them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, the problem is that when somebody you hate is the president. But like, other than that, like, why would I ever listen to Sam Harris? I don't want to, so I don't. But
Lucy, when Sam Harris, let's use Sam Harris for example. When Sam Harris is given a platform, and on that platform, he makes the argument that we should profile Muslims in airports, or people who look like they could be Muslims, that Mediterranean Arab look. All right, and people protest him because those are racist ideas. Those are bigoted ideas. All right. When he gets protested, he's saying, no, my free speech is being violated because they protested me and they wouldn't let me talk.
And then 1,000 16-year-olds on Reddit get angry about it. Nobody cares. Doesn't matter.
I mean, it does matter because these are arguments that are being had on the news, Lucy. They're not just 16-year-olds.
Because our president has argued it, and that's the problem, is that the president is saying these things. When Sam Harris says it, I don't care. When the president says it, it's a problem.
These alt-right people have entered the mainstream now because of the stupid-ass devil president.
I don't even think Donald Trump's that alt-right anymore. I don't think he's... he's not spewing that kind of shit anymore.
Trump can wipe his ass on his own.
Since Steve Bannon left, he hasn't been spewing that kind of alt-right shit anymore.
Oh, really? So, yeah, you know what? That's right. I mean, it's not very racist.
I love your sarcastic voice, Danny. It's great. I love it. I can see it coming. I love to be able to see it coming.
I can picture his face when he's doing it too, right? Like he's got this face for it every time.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Let me turn around. I'll just leave. But just one more thing. Oh, it's so weird that this is happening. Oh my god.
But at least let me make the point. I mean,
no, I'm done on this shit. Let's
okay, let's change the argument. I want to talk about
take control of this podcast.
All right. Welcome to the Friday show, people. We made it. We finally got to the Friday show. All right. After, oh my god, 40 minutes of this bullshit. I actually have topics today.
Not anymore.
Well, you got like 15 minutes. So
no, we got as much time as I want. All right.
No, I'm leaving. You
can leave. So you can leave and suck Jordan Peterson's dick if you want. All right.
I would listen to his argument why I should.
All right. Let's see. I wanted to talk about my kid. This might be a good argument. Good topic. Completely. Everybody just breathe because we're gonna do a 180 on this show. All right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Did you guys do it?
I did it.
All right.
I just breathe naturally, so yeah.
I wanted to talk about my daughter. Can we do that?
Yeah.
No.
All right. My daughter. I recently, for people who don't know, I have my beautiful wife who I love to no end. I have a daughter, and I have another son on the way.
Do you love her to no end? Because you didn't say it.
Who? My daughter?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about how much I love my daughter. That's the whole topic. So, for people who might have a kid or thinking about having a kid or are going to have a kid, I don't know how it was for other people, but for me, when my daughter was born, immediate love, like I would imagine any other person, right? But as time passed, no, you guys don't know where I'm going with this. As time passed, my love for my daughter has become immeasurable. I literally don't comprehend how much I love my daughter. I think okay, let me show you an example. When I come home from work, when I come home from anything, and my daughter runs to me with the biggest smile. She's 2. Those moments are better than the day I got married. Those are literally the happiest moments I could ever remember in my entire life. All right, it's amazing. It's unbelievable. And so I think it's like how much I love my daughter, and I think, does Jesus love me this much? Okay, but that's not the point. The point is,
welcome to the Jesus podcast. This is now Christian radio.
Okay, that would be a good show. The thing is,
we tricked you, didn't you? Okay, now church time. Okay, look, Proverbs 21:12. Listen to this.
What if
so God so loved the earth, He gave His only begotten Son.
Okay, wait. You know, what'd be funny? We since the first 40 minutes, the first 40 minutes is about frogs sucking dick. and then we turn to Jesus stuff. That's not appropriate.
No, not even that. Like you do the whole podcast, and then the last thing you say is like, now you're all Christians. Bye.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, we secretly converted you guys. Now you're in a church right now. You look up, there's just like in church worshiping. They have a yarmulke on. It's like, that's not even Christian. Now you're going full Jew Christian on this shit. Come on, I'm getting all bases in.
Can I talk
gotta
about
make
my
sure
daughter?
I go to heaven.
Listen,
Yeah, go on.
So the point is,
I'm praying 5 times a day with a yarmulke.
All right, Lucy, chill out, man.
I'm heading east and west. I'm doing everything.
I'm heading so east as west.
Yeah. Where's Mecca? I don't know.
I'm just gonna keep going in circles until I find it. All right, listen. So what I've been thinking about lately is that I have a real problem that I love my daughter so much is detrimental to her me raising her.
Completely agree.
My daughter is out of control. And I won't do anything about it. Because I love her too much. That's my whole point.
God.
I love Sada so much, guys. Like,
I'm glad you finally understand the problem, Danny. You need to stop that.
You need to stop loving your daughter. That's what you need to
my
do.
wife will punish my daughter, right? And I immediately turn into that like an old woman. Don't you touch her.
No, Danny. Oh my God.
I'm serious. And listen.
Danny, you gotta smack the shit out of that baby.
I'm an old school guy. I believe in hitting kids.
Not.
I do. I believe you should hit your kids. Don't hit my kid. Hit your kid. Hit other people's kids.
Danny, you gotta smack the shit out of that bitch.
No, but listen.
Lucy.
I'll sometimes try to hit Sada, my baby, and like I'm such a little pussy about it. Like I'll go like Sada, don't do that, right? I'll say that noise when I spank her. She laughs at my face. I've literally hit her, and she turns around and laughs at my face because he knows I'm a bitch. Right?
Oh my God, you know what's gonna be the greatest thing is when she's in high school, fucking every guy
Lucy,
that she meets.
Stop it.
And then it's just gonna be like, Daddy, can you buy me a new car? It's like, of course, because I love you more than anything in the world. I'm just gonna fuck every guy in high school in it.
I don't even listen. But the one saving grace is that Elia doesn't love my daughter as much as I do, because she beats the shit out of that baby with a bat with a 2x4.
All right, maybe don't incriminate your wife.
No, in reality, Sada doesn't even cry when she gets spanked by my wife. But in my head, she just got hit by a 2x4.
What is wrong with this baby? How is she just getting spanked and she's just like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you back for that shit, bitch. You smacked me?
Well, Lucy, I don't know if you remember when we were kids, we used to get, at least I got hit when I was a kid. I don't think you got hit very much, Lucy.
I didn't get hit, really.
But we are just genetically, we're dumb. When we get hit, we just it doesn't matter. It's over now. Let's just do it again.
But like,
Sammy, Sada's 2 years old. A 2-year-old cries if they don't get what they want. They're gonna cry if they get hit for no reason. Like,
Sada gets hit and she does, because we don't hit her that hard. That's the thing. Even my wife, who's
so beat the shit
a
out
lot
of
tougher
her.
than me, she'll hit Sada. She'll spank Sada, and Sada doesn't even cry because it's not hard enough. Well, I don't know. No. It's not hard. Whatever. But
no,
here's the
Danny,
thing.
I disagree with this. I don't think you need to hit her any more than you do.
I don't touch her.
You need to do what you need to do is ignore your daughter for a bit.
No, Sammy. If we ignore her, she'll burn down the house. Oh, this is a great story. You guys want to hear a great story?
My daughter's 15 months old. That's exactly what I'm going through now.
Do you want to hear
screams for nothing?
You want to hear a great story, guys? I don't give a shit about your daughter, Sammy. I love your daughter. She's my niece. I love my niece, but she's not as great as my daughter. But let me tell you this story about how I left her alone for like 2 minutes. Okay, so my wife is pregnant now, and she had some minor complications, and she had to go to the hospital. Not a big deal at all. They just wanted to monitor her, right? So we had to spend overnight at the hospital. My mom was taking care of my baby. I came home to check on the baby, right? So everything was fine. I was going to make my daughter lunch and then give her a bath and then put her to sleep and then go back to the hospital, right? So I left her watching TV. Now, so while I'm making lunch, Sada was way too quiet, but I said, whatever, it's a good day, right? And while I'm cooking, My daughter comes towards me, right? And I'm not looking at her because I know she's calm. She's calm, walking very slowly. And she just stops. And, like, my peripheral, I can see her. And she just holds out her hands. Okay, it's like, oh, she wants me to pick her up. I turn towards her. She didn't want me to pick her up. She literally came to me so I could be made aware of the fact that she had 2 lumps of shit in her hands. She came to me to say, Dad, I shitted myself bad. I looked at my daughter, Sammy, and she had 2 mojones right in her hand. Her whole face, shirt, pants, every square. It's like she tried to paint herself in shit. I turned to her and I said, ah! I was... And
why did your daughter have pants on?
She had pants. She literally went in her pants, grabbed 2 lumps of shit, and I assume just rubbed herself with the shit.
Because they probably ate some of it.
Oh God, I don't even want to think about it. I was out, and anybody who knows me, I told my I can't do shit. I can't do my own shit. I can't do anybody else's shit. I told my wife before we got married, listen, when we have kids, you're on shit patrol, all right? I'll do the piss. That's fine. I'll do vomit, but I can't do shit. And then I see my angel, my reason for life, the greatest gift God ever gave me, covered in shit.
I like Shit Patrol as the name of a band. It's like Snow Patrol. You remember that band?
I don't know that band at all.
They made it. Hold on, Alex. What song did Snow Patrol make? How's it go? They made a song called Chasing Cars, I guess?
That's not a good name for a song.
Oh, if you lay with me and just forget the world, that shit?
Yeah. So, let me finish the story. So, I had...
not over
But
yet?
Shit Patrol is a different band.
So today, by force, I was on Shit Patrol. So, I grabbed my daughter, who was covered in shit, and I throw her in the bathroom. She's terrified because the face I have is like half her body got cut off. Like she got shot in the chest. I was terrified of the situation because I hate shit, right? And she's crying, and I'm put her in the tub. I rip off all her clothes. I throw it in the garbage. I'm not even gonna deal with that clothes anymore. That is dead clothes. It's
a waste of clothes.
Useless clothes. I can't touch it. It's covered in shit. All right. So I start washing her for like an hour. And I got covered in shit. I had to throw away my clothes. I got in the tub with her. It was an utter mess, man. The whole bathroom stunk up for like a week. Well, not a week. That's an exaggeration. But the only good news I can say about that is I don't give a shit about shit anymore.
Oh, good.
You conquered your fears.
That was the most impressive shit I've ever saw in my life.
Danny, I know you're going to argue with me, but that's a closing story. I think we should end right here. That's a good story to close on, though.
I mean, it's only been 50 minutes. Why do you want to close so
52
quick?
minutes. Dang, it's close enough to an hour. Let's get out of
Oh,
here.
no, wait, we still got one more piece, don't we?
I'm not talking about Reservoir Dogs.
Why not?
I did have this,
I don't give a shit about Reservoir Dogs anymore.
I don't give a shit about Reservoir Dogs anymore either. But no, hold on. Oh my god, I almost vomited.
Let's talk about that.
I just feel bad because the first 40 minutes was just garbage.
That's not garbage. That was interesting.
No, it definitely wasn't garbage. It was just two angry Hispanic men yelling at each other.
I wasn't angry. I enjoyed that conversation.
It was a good conversation, but I just want this show to be fun.
Dang, it's not gonna happen.
That's never gonna happen.
All right. Well, listen.
It might be this show, Danny. This show might be fun to listen to, but I don't think you're ever gonna have fun doing the show.
Well, I have one more topic.
I just hated the first one because that shit was just all Trump, and I'm like, I just don't want to talk about Donald Trump.
I think we should make a point of trying to avoid Trump, or at least
just politics in general. I hate politics.
Reese, we just talked about politics for 40
That wasn't
minutes.
politics.
What was that?
That was not politics. People are getting confused. That shit's not politics. That's just people talking about shit.
Called Philosophy,
Yeah.
But just so everyone out there knows, we did do an entire other episode,
we did.
an entire first episode,
Now,
but it was
that
just
was
such
crap.
trash.
That was garbage.
Terrible.
It wasn't even trash because of the topics, because we did hit some good topics on it. It was that, like, your baby was crying nonstop. My wife interrupted me twice. I mean, people were getting, like, disconnected. Like, you got disconnected for, like, 10 minutes, and I had to talk to Lucy, and then you just popped up out of nowhere. And then Lucy
talked a lot about 9/11.
That was
that part was
that reminds me real quick. I got to talk about this. You know,
Oh, God.
Lucy, you made this argument about. Let's talk about 9/11 for a second. You made this argument a lot about how steel doesn't burn at jet fuel levels.
I didn't make that argument.
But you talk about it a lot.
I'm not the one as a joke.
Okay. Well, just say it. I want to debunk this because I saw a
The
great
stupid
video.
Danny, it's not. I know for a fact it's not true, but that's what people say, that jet fuel can't melt steel beams. But that's a meme at this point.
Well,
like it's not.
it's
not true.
Do you know why it's not true?
Well, first of all, like a plane ran into the buildings. Like the force of the plane weakened the beams anyway.
No,
And
it's not even only that. Can I tell you what it is?
What?
It's actually true what they say. Jet fuel burns at 1,500 degrees, and steel melts at 2,300 degrees. That's true. The thing they don't tell you is steel liquefies at 2,300 degrees. At 1,500 degrees, it gets extremely weak.
Yeah,
and
butter
it
at that
bends.
point.
It's basically butter. This guy did a test where it's like he burned it to 1,500 degrees, and he like touched it with his pinky and bended it. So 99% of conspiracies are just complete bullshit.
Danny, most conspiracies are people running with a couple of facts and then not getting the rest of them.
Hey,
I-
Lucy,
So yeah,
I have a
that's
question.
What?
I have a question. You know about UFO stuff. Do you know what the Phoenix incident is?
I think I heard of that.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
I think it's about like the 5 lights that were over Phoenix. I don't know. I just saw a movie with.
Oh
that title.
wait, yeah. There is. I think that's the most highly recorded UFO incident in history, where like everybody in Phoenix saw it basically, and it was
Yeah.
5 lights.
Oh
floating
yeah,
over
I heard
Phoenix,
about
yeah.
that. Yeah, I don't think there's aliens. Like
No.
I think there are.
there might be aliens.
Okay.
There might be aliens in the universe, but
Listen to the last podcast because there are definitely aliens in the universe,
They
but
never
we're never
came
going to
here.
meet them. But the UFO phenomenon is not aliens per se; it's interdimensional beings / your own collective unconscious.
What?
But we'll end it there.
no, we're not. What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, thanks for listening. Follow us
I'm gonna-
underscore
Stop.
at
I'm gonna
3 underscore gorillas.
I'm gonna stop.
Let
I'm
Danny
gonna end
do
the
it. Let
show.
Danny
All
do it.
right, I'm
Chill
gonna
out,
end the
man.
show. All right, guys. This has been the Friday show, the very first Friday show. The first beginning was a shit show. The second half was shit patrol. All right.
Oh, shit, we can call this one Ship Patrol.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's clever.
Good.
That's a clever one. All right. So this is gonna be the first of hopefully very many. We promise you that it's gonna be very minimal Trump content. I can't promise you that we're not gonna talk about Sam Harris again and all those bullshit people. I'm gonna try to limit it because really I hate that topic. It makes me so angry. So yeah, follow us on 3_gorillas on our Twitter. Follow us on 3 Gorillas Entertainment on our Facebook. Follow us on 3 Gorillas Entertainment on our YouTube. We got some other stuff. What do we got, Sammy? Is that everything?
That's all our platforms at the moment. Yeah, but we got different.
Here's
things
his
on each
fake
one of
ass
those.
voice coming in again. Love it.
I know.
What is the difference? I don't know the difference. This is my voice.
All right, listen. If you guys want to ask us any questions for the show, you can leave it on our email 3gorillasentertainment at gmail, or you can.
Or if you're not insane, just tweet us.
you can also
You would email us.
You can tweet us or do it on Facebook.
What?
Please, Sammy, did you make the announcement on Facebook
Which announcement?
for them to ask us questions?
No.
You're a piece of shit. All right. So if you guys want to ask us questions, that's why we didn't have any questions today because Simon didn't do his job. If you guys,
No, we didn't have any questions because even if I did post it, we have 30 listeners.
Hey,
Danny,
hey,
like, they're not gonna say
that
shit
is
to
a
us.
loyal 30. Okay. So listen, if you guys do have any questions at all about anything,
We'll answer anything, obviously. Okay,
Anything.
so
all right.
thanks
so,
for listening, guys. Buy stamps. Goodbye.
All right. Cue the music. We love you. Bye.